what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT for this week's daily race on Gran Turismo Sports. So, looks like Group 4 is going to be able to race at the Nurburgring Grand Prix. A Group 3 race is going to be at the Sardinia Road Track C. And also, the one-make race by using the Suzuki Swift Sport 2007 is going to be racing at the Nurburgring Nordschleife Ilpe. So, looks like this is going to be a very excellent race that this will might get started. So, starting out with the Grand Prix version of the Nurburgring, and now this will be able to have the race for the FF Group 4 cars again. So, looks like this is going to be very excellent to do another time of the Group 4 race by giving a good understeer race will might go better. So, good thing I might be able to start choosing the Audi TT Cup car as the first start of this race. Will might get prepared, so I hope that this is going to be able to take plenty much more understeer turns. Will might give a good easygoing rate that this will might go better. So even this is going to be able to take plenty much more understeer turns, this definitely might be able to get started out for. So I hope that we just did a pretty good race at Autopolis, and now looks like going on the Grand Prix at the Nurburgring is going to be very brilliant to be able to do plenty much more turns. And now this is going to be able to do a lot better that this one might take easy going turns, and now this is going to be able to take plenty much more quick things. We'll be able to get started. So I hope that this is going to be able to do a very good excellent race. We might be able to do a lot better to be able to take plenty much more inside turns. So it gets pretty tougher. So unlike the Group 3 cars since the manufacturer series, so this is going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be able to take plenty much more daily race. We'll be able to do a lot better to be able to do much takes to be able to keep it going, or doing a lot more speed to be able to reach up on it. So I hope that this is going to be one perfect chance that this is going to be able to give a better opportunity that this will might goes well. Now this is going to be able to take much inside turns as always, because this is going to be able to take on the top track. Will might be able to get started. So even that this is going to be able to take plenty much more speeds, Will might be able to do inside turns. Will might give a good efficient. So it's going to be able to have to race hard that this will might give a good perfect lap time that this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up on it. So maybe this will might be able to have to give enough time, so this will be able to do a lot more practice before the race begins. So it'll be able to do plenty much more quickly inside turns by taking the understeer. Group 4 car will be able to do a lot better that this will be able to take much excellent to be able to give a good handling efficient will be able to take, but this is going to be able to do a lot more better that this is going to be able to stay inside to drive much faster to be able to increase its speed. Now looks like this is going to be able to stay on it, but luckily whenever it gets a little bit closer, so it will be able to stay on track until this will be able to give everything whenever you need to do a lot more speed, and everything also might need to have a lot of handling skills to be able to stay on track. So it's pretty difficult that we might be able to stay clean on the race. We'll be able to do a lot better to be able to do much more time of racing is going to be able to do a little bit better to be able to keep going faster. We'll be able to do a lot more practice. We'll get everything worked improved. So this is going to be able to take a 2-minute lap time around the track. So it'll be able to do a lot more quickly to be able to get there. So maybe this is going to be able to take plenty much more inside turns whenever you really want to take. Everything goes by well since you took the circuit experience. Maybe this will might be able to have to give very good basic examples. Will might be able to help out on each circular circuit corners that this will might be able to do a lot more better to take. Okay, looks like second lap goes in to be able to keep in track. So maybe this is going to be able to have a 3-lap check that this is going to be able to stay on track until this is going to be able to give a good, well extended amount of time. We'll be able to do a lot more better that this is going to be brilliant to be able to take. Now looks like just going to have to stay on that inside turn is going to be very good, and there's the ghost. This is going to be able to take plenty much more speed that this will be able to work perfectly to be able to do much as we can. So it's going to be very harder that this wheel might be able to have to keep up for some very good handlings to be able to stay on track. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to get better. Now this is going to be able to do a little bit more lap time practice that this is going to be able to take. So this is going to be able to take a little bit longer that this is going to be able to have to drive around to be able to have to take a little bit more time. So maybe this will be able to have that corner is going to be able to do a little bit upper advantage to be able to follow up the apex, that this is going to be able to do perfectly better that this will might keep up. Okay, maybe this will be able to have to stay on the inside, that this is going to be able to give a good progress, that this is going to be able to stay on foot. This will might do a little bit better, that this is going to be able to take plenty much more distance, that this will might keep in track of the gap distance from behind whenever the ghost opponent is still trying to be able to keep up. Okay, here we go. Chicane is going to be able to take plenty much efficient handlings, will might be able to stay on top. So it gets pretty tougher that this is going to be able to stay on the inside, that this will might be needed much as possible. Alright, looks like this is going to consider this as a 1.5 gap distance check, and then this is going to be able to have a 1.4 distance check that this is going to be able to go on for. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be able to go for another lap run again, and then this is going to be the third lap, and then this is going to be able to do much perfectly, that this is going to be able to take a little bit more time of practice that this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like ghost opponent is passing me, and now just going to be able to make sure this is going to be brilliant to be able to take much understeer turns that this wheel might go in. Alright, so this is going to be able to take a little bit much better, that this wheel might stay on track, that this is going to be able to do much more rush, that this is going to be able to do a lot more practice. We'll get everything in excellent improved lap time, so it will be able to keep in track of the record, that this is going to be able to do plenty more hot laps we'll be able to take. So even that this is going to be able to give us one good standard runs by using the automatic transmission. An expert uses that this will be able to give one easy way, that this is going to be able to take nearly over 2 minutes, that this is going to be able to work hard, that this is going to be able to do drive smoothly and drive like a pro. Will be able to do a lot better to be able to stay on it. Now looks like this is going to be able to take plenty much efficient turns, is going to be able to stay on track, but this is going to be able to do a lot more better, that this will get through it. And now this is going to be able to take much more slide turns, that this is going to be able to do for less. So everything is going to be able to do for every FF Group 4 car challenge, and now this is going to be able to get excellent, that this will be able to take. Okay, taking on that chicane is going to be able to do a lot more better to be able to stay on it. Okay, let's just going to have to take that last turn. It's going to be very tougher, that this will might make it through. So looks like this is going to be 3-lap practice check, well done, and now this is going to be able to have a minute left for taking a prep warm-up to be able to get started. Now looks like this is going to get very excellent to be able to be ready. So it might be able to do a little bit much shortly, that this might be able to get ready for a nice excellent understeer Group 4 race. So it might be able to do very perfectly to be able to stay on the track on the inside turns whenever you see the apex. This might give everything a little bit better to be able to help out. Might get a perfect fast lap, might get everything improved. Now looks like this is going to be able to give a little bit extra halfway finish on the track, and this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this will get excellent, that this will be able to take. Now looks like it's going to be able to take 10 seconds at the time, and now this will be able to get ready to join in session of the race. Might get better, and this might take an easy opportunity, might give a good understeer turn, might go better. Alright, ready to join the prepare for a match? Let's do it. This is going to be able to do a lot more understeer turns, might go better, so everything is going to be able to do alright. So looks like few other players by using the Audi TT Cup 2016 And this is going to be well even matched by using the Renault Sport Magny Group boards and also one Peugeot RCC as well. So maybe this is definitely might be pretty interesting that this will be able to have a very good balanced race check that this will might go in. So let's get ready to be prepared for one good Group 4 race. So this will might be able to take it to a one good understeer race will might go better. So for this segment, since racing on Autopolis by having race 1 and now looks like race number 2 on the FF Group 4 challenge is going to be able to do perfectly better, that this will be able to get ready. So I hope that this is going to be giving a good choice, that this will be very excellent, that this will might give a good understeer turns will might get better, because maybe this is going to be able to take a lot more practice time that this will might get ready. So here we go. This is going to be able to take a minute time of warm-up until this will might get ready to get started for a race. So this is going to be able to take a grid start that this will might do regularly, that this will might go in. Okay, just going to be able to take plenty much more inside turns will might get there. So it will do excellent, that this is going to be very excellent, that this will be able to stay on track of the inside turns of any understeer turns will might be able to keep up to be able to work faster. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to take plenty much more better ways to keep it going. So it will doing a lot better, that this is going to be able to stay on track, that this will also to get the apex will might help us to be able to improve our great racing efficient handling by taking the SR will go increase. Alright. Looks like warm-up complete. Now let's get ready for a 3-lap race at the Grand Prix at the Nurburgring. So this is going to be able to do a lot more basic skills, that this will might get ready for one excellent Group 4 race. So let's do it, and this is going to be brilliant to be able to do a lot better. Few of them with Audi TTs and 3 Renault Sport Magnys and also 1 RCC is definitely might be giving a good better. So luckily, if this is going to be able to have a 1-make race, that could be very much more anticipated to do it. Alright, here we go. This is going to be a very good race, that this will might do a lot better to take a little bit much understeer race, that this will might press on, and then this will might reach up onto the top leads, that this will might get there. Okay, here we go. The first turn is going to be very partially rough on it. Okay, just going to make sure no side contact as well, because this is going to be very cost of the SR decrease effective, that this is going to be able to work hard to be able to keep it clean. Oh man. Just going to make sure that whenever it gets a little bit harder, but try not to make sure that avoid the penalty is going to be very hard to get. So it will be able to do a little bit more time, that this will might stay on track, that this will might be able to maintain the pace. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to do a lot better. Just going to be able to stay on this position, and now this will might give a better chance to be able to overtake whenever the time comes. Okay, just going to be able to give one gentle turn, and then this is going to be able to stay on it. Okay, looks like going on the increased SR. This is going to be able to do a little bit better, to be able to do a lot more quick practice to get there. Okay, looks like just going to be able to stay on the track, and then this is going to be able to take much more slipstream whenever it gets a chance to do it. Okay, just going to be able to stay on it, and then, oh boy, looks like just keep it going, and now just going to make one good pass moment to be able to press on. Alright, looks like this is going to get very closer to be able to get there, so it will be able to do a lot more better to be able to take much more inside turns, that this will might go safer and clearer, that this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like just going to have to take that last turn, and then moving on to the second lap of this race, and then this is going to be giving one tough challenge will might go there. Okay, looks like P27 DC is definitely might be able to try to keep up, so it's going to be able to get a little bit closer whenever the penalty line is about to be approaching in. Okay, looks like just gonna be able to take one good clear passing in on that turn, and then this is gonna be able to do a little bit better that this will might stay on track. Okay, looks like gonna make it one good pass, and then this is gonna be able to take much more inside turns of the apex. Will might get safer and better that this will might be able to keep on pressing forwards to be able to get to the top leads. So looks like on to 4th place, and now this is going to be able to do a lot better that this will might stay on the inside turns to be able to take much understeer turns will might go in. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to do a lot better. Now looks like almost 5-second gap distance ahead, and now this is going to be able to do a little bit better that this will might stay on track of the position, will might be able to get there. So I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this will might give a good race driver position, will might do a little bit better. Okay, just going to be able to stay on 4th place. That could be giving a better race up opportunity. Will might get a good race position, will might be able to stay on it. So it gets a little bit harder that this is going to be very tougher, so it will be able to stay on track whenever there's any mistake happens. So just going to be able to stay on any position whenever it gets close. Okay, well, maybe not that automatically to be in 3rd place. Okay, then, so maybe this is going to be able to take much better, so it'll be doing a lot better to be able to stay on 4th place whenever I had to be able to be on 3rd place. Okay, so just going to be able to stay on the usual position that this will might go better, so it'll be able to take plenty much more slipstream, will might get better to be able to reach up on it. Now looks like just going to be able to stay on it, and then 3rd and final lap is on, and then this is going to be giving one first turn, and now this is going to be giving a little bit close. Okay, just stay on it, just make sure this is going to be very likely that this will might do a little bit better to be able to stay on it. Okay, looks like this is going to get closer. Just stay on 3rd place whenever he's about to going in to make one good attempt to pass. Oh boy, looks like that was very too close. Alright, looks like this is going to getting a little bit excellent better, and then looks like this is going to be giving one good attempted chance, will might go in, and then gap distance still always the same, and then, oh man, bummer. Looks like it's been had, and then that may cost a hard effort that this is going to be able to do a lot better. Well, I know that this is definitely not fair, because everything is going to be able to give a little bit brake check by taking a little communication that this is going to be able to take. Well, that was the one hard race that this is going to be able to go in. Bummer. Looks like this is going to be able to do a lot better. Try not to hit opponents while taking that turn is definitely important. Alright, so maybe this is going to be able to have to cost this race that this is going to be able to do a lot more better, but everything that goes a little bit better for having a one good segment of this race, that this is going to be able to do a lot more better to be able to keep up, and then this may cost everything for having a one moment of this race, that this may cost everything for it. Alright, so maybe let's just gonna go and get ready to take that last stretch, and then this will might call it in for having the first part until the next one. We'll be able to have to choose a different Group 4 car will go in. Alright, so looks like this is going to be able to have a very good race finish, and then this is going to be able to do a lot more better, that this will be able to stay on track, that this is very hard to get, but maybe this will might consider this, that this will be able to do a lot better. So, well, maybe this will might be able to have the race next time, because this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to stay on it. So every time that this is going to be able to take a lot of good excellent race will might go better. So looks like this is going to be able to have to get 8th place earnings will might going in, and then this will might make it closer to be able to have a daily workout complete. So looks like by giving the results that this may cause a decreased SR back onto A. Well, looks like this is going to be able to do a lot better. Try not to hit any opponents that this will be pull off the track by giving a little bit better. So, well, mostly other racers think that was a wonderful, but just going to be able to do a lot better to be very much careful. So, maybe another time for a Group 4 race, so it will might get better. So this will be able to do a lot better. That this will might take a little bit chance to save the driver rating be very fragile to be needed in case to be able to reach up on the better top position will be able to get better. So everything as always, because understeer race at the Nurburgring Grand Prix is very important. So it's going to be able to do a lot more braking check communications while approaching in on the turn. So maybe it gets pretty hard and pretty challenging. So mostly other racers had the best moment, and then this may goes automatically onto the bottom position, that this may gets a little bit harder and better. So just gonna make sure that whenever a player is about to be able to make one good braking point to be able to make the attempted pass, it will might be able to do a lot better to be very careful not to hit any other opponent's position to be able to make a one good clear turn will might go better to do it. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.